So for this tutorial, we're going to make a material that looks exactly like Chrome and reflects items in the space. What we're going to do is we're going to start by just double-clicking the sphere in this area so we can focus in on it, and we can see it nice and big. And it currently has just this bland material. We're going to create a new material. Right-click, Create Material. We're just going to call this Chrome. And we're going to now go up here in the shader area, and we're going to jack up the metallic properties all the way to 1, which will make this extremely reflective like glass. And then the smoothness also needs to be brought up quite a bit. In fact, if you bring it all the way to 1, that would make a perfect piece of glass, so you don't want that. You want it a little less than 1, like 0.96. If we add this material Chrome to an object like the sphere, you'll see right away that the sky gets reflected because the material itself is reflecting only the sky, but the other objects in the space are not reflected. If I zoom out, you can kind of see that I don't see the location where it's sitting underneath is being reflected. And in order to do that, we need one more element in our scene, and that's called a reflection probe. And the reflection probe actually does all the calculations to help with reflection, and it also uses only the area that it's bound into. So if I click reflection probe, what you see is a box, and the box actually, as you can kind of see, wraps around the cube, wraps around this other objects in the space. But what you need to do for the reflection probe to work is, one, it has to wrap around the objects that it's going to reflect. So in this case, it'll wrap around the sphere and this base and this cube right here. So it has to wrap around that. It looks like that's the case, but if you're not sure, you can always select it and go to the inspector window and just make it larger, like block size here, make it 50 or maybe 30 by 30 by 30. And that will make the block quite a bit bigger. The next thing you need to do is go from typed bake to real time. When you do that, you'll see right away that it actually is physically working. And if I move this ball up and down, you see how the reflection changes depending on where I move the ball. And that's how you use a reflection probe and create objects that are Chrome in Unity.